Hello everyone, I'm going to read you a very special Christmas story. Do you want to come and sit beside me, or even on the chair? Let's start. The world was about to change forever, and it almost went by unnoticed. But the leaves that night rustled with a rumour. News rang out across the open fields. A song drifted over the hills. What is it? The wind whispered it softly in the sycamore trees that waved their moonlit branches to the sky. A barn owl took flight. Woodland creatures stirred. It's time. It's time. In the pine woods, 2 deer raised their heads. A big brown bear sniffed the air. A red fox darted. The faces of little flowers lifted to the sky. It's time. It's time. The skies shouted it to the seas, that thundered it to the waves, that roared it to the great white whales, that sang it to the starfish in the deep. And tiny sandpipers danced it on shining sands. It's time. It's time. The running rivers bounded over boulders, and the otters clapped and played and sang to the ducklings that splashed and quacked to the salmon that leapt and leapt. And tiny field mice and insects and little creeping things and sparrows and robins and every single blade of grass squeaked and hummed and chirped and sang. It's time. It's time. Wild stallions drummed it to the ground. Get ready, get ready. Be glad, be glad. On a lonely peak, a lion raised his strong head and roared it out to the empty wilderness. The mighty king, the Prince of Peace. All the stars joined together in a chorus that rang out through the heavens, the bright and morning star. And on a hillside overlooking a little town, sheep nuzzled their baby lambs. The Good Shepherd. Suddenly, angels lit up the sky, and a great choir sang it out loud. It's time! He's come! At last he's here! And in the little town, in a little shed, in a little window, a candle flickered in the dark. And you know, it's right there. Can you see it? And a tiny cry rang out in the cold night air, and high above a single star set in the highest heavens shone out brighter than all the others and poured down silver onto the little shed, a light to light up the whole world. The animals stood round his bed, and the whole earth and the stars and the sky held its breath. The one who has made us has come to live with us. And a young mother with no place to rest, nowhere to stay, kept it as a song inside her heart. Our rescuer. And they gazed in wonder at God's great gift, lying on a bed of straw, wrapped in rags, a tiny baby. Can you see it? Heaven's son, sleeping under the stars that he had made. Wow, that's quite a special story, isn't it? I hope you remember it all over Christmas and beyond. Happy Christmas, everybody. Bye.